Good morning.
Welcome to A1 Vacuum and Sewing's live stream.
We're behind the 8 ball today.
Yeah, so one of the
What does that
challenges
mean? We're behind the 8 ball. I know it's like
we're like behind the last ball.
Oh, because the 8 ball
shot.
is in between and you don't want to hit the 8 ball. Is that right?
We'll just go with that.
Patrick!
I mean, I don't know how to describe it. So
Because you have to hit the last ball in and then the 8 ball is in the way. Don't you think that sounds right?
well, if you were behind the 8 ball, it wouldn't matter.
Well, the 8 ball's in between you and the ball you want to hit, right? I've
yeah,
done
that
a
wouldn't
little,
matter because you could actually hit the 8 ball and knock that ball in,
or
and it
it's
would
just
still
in your
count.
way, or if you don't have those mad skills. I've been a little bit of a what do you call it? A pool shark? You know,
Oh, you've been a bit of a shark.
Is that what you call it?
I don't believe this at all. As long
Is
as
that
I've
what you
known
call
her,
it?
yes.
A pool shark?
Yes. Been a bit of a shark.
Just like Tom Cruise.
So one of the oh my God, pulling out the 80s movies. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Technique Tuesday. Yeah. So one of the challenges around the pandemic has been the shop rules that, like, if you do not feel well, you don't come to work. So we got up this morning to essentially messages that the what was that noise?
I don't know what you're talking
I
about.
thought maybe is my phone on or something.
I don't know what you're talking about.
So we got up this morning to a couple of our shop kids going, we don't feel well. So we were a little shorthanded and kind of racing around to get everybody ready and going.
We forgot our masks at home. We had to turn around.
So we went back home and got our
box of
masks.
masks here.
We had boxes
them,
of
though.
masks. I don't know why. Because we had cloth masks.
Sometimes I forgot.
So yeah, we were kind of racing. I don't even think the deal of the day is not quite up on the site yet, but I'll get it up before everybody's ready for it. And speaking of, I'm just going to make sure that I am ready for Technique Tuesday. What do we have to talk about today, dear?
I don't have anything interesting. I have like a little bag to show you that Michelle made, and isn't it cute? So I don't know if you know, we have this fabric in the store, and I want to say it's 50-inch or something.
Very wide.
Is it 50 or 60-inch?
It is.
Who doesn't, or 54 or 60? One of those.
Yeah.
It's wide, and who doesn't love extra wide fabric? Are they seeing that?
No, they're not seeing that.
Oh, there's a picture of, what are you looking for?
I'm looking for our Technique Tuesday video.
Oh, that was it. Go back.
Where?
Go back. Probably that. That's not.
No,
here
that's
at the
not it.
store.
Where?
That's not. Oh, yeah, that's not it. I was like, that's here at the store, though.
Why don't you keep talking and I'll find the video.
So we carry
55 linen.
55, and it's all linen cotton, right?
55 linen, 45 cotton.
Okay, I love this fabric.
Dream to sew.
Yeah, I can't remember who makes it. It's like a German brand. I forget. It's fine, but it's so gorgeous. I don't even think I have it on the website. I should put it on the website. Sometimes it's just so nice, in a store like a fabric store like ours, there, Shauna, to I got this fabric because I just absolutely love it. I love, what is it?
Stow fabrics.
Stow fabrics. Oh yeah. Are they seeing me?
Yeah, they see you.
Isn't this gorgeous? And there's just, you can't replace the feel of it. I know it's a little bit, it's not totally soft, but I love that about it. I want to make some aprons out of this too. But I absolutely love this fabric. So Michelle made me a bag out of it. And I just can't. I can't tell you how much I love this.
It's a mini lolly.
Yeah, so remember that other bag that she did that was, what fabric was
It
that?
had all the games on it. It had
Oh, yeah, it was the sari bag. So it's the same pattern except she made it mini size. And I love this. I love the way it opens, the way it has the big mouth. And it's so, so cute. And she did this adorable fabric on the inside. But this, I was thinking of making an apron out of this. One of those like Japanese aprons that just crisscrosses in the back. But if you haven't seen this in the store, it is just absolutely gorgeous. And can you see it? Like can you feel it from the screen? You know how you can just almost reach out and touch it and know what it feels like, but it's that a little bit scratchy, kind of linen-y, cotton. It's just, I know, the bag is
And the ladies
adorable.
say it's gorgeous,
Didn't
Michelle.
she just did such a great job.
perfect genie size.
Do you guys remember that rap song about hey yoga girl,
Yeah.
I love that little backpack you wear. Hey yoga girl.
I just love it. I just love it. So cute. I picture myself going through New York City, you know, with my little backpack on.
I can't wait to get all up in your vinyasa. Do you remember that song?
Patrick!
That was a song.
You don't
It
have
was a song.
to sing those lyrics. What's vinyasa?
Vinyasa is like one of those yoga poses.
Oh my God, Patrick.
Yes, is a metaphor for something.
Patrick!
What?
Stop.
That was the song. Hey yoga girl.
Patrick, stop. But yeah, don't you love it? Isn't it so cute?
It was the
Can you
same
believe-
guy that did the song
I look at
about.
stuff like this and I go, oh my God, somebody can make, you can actually make something that looks that amazing.
Thank you, thank you.
I love it. I love it. Thank you so much. Oh, it's so cute.
So the countdown has begun.
The official countdown to what, Christmas?
I mean, I don't know if I've ever had a year where, we've talked about it before, but where I've said like, yeah, I always have to have a light at the end of the tunnel, and but I don't think I've ever like counted it down.
I think it's been especially hard this year because of Momo too.
Well, I mean, Momo's that much more exhausting, and then
But he's worth every single.
then
every
like the
single-
beginning of December was crazy.
Are you talking about here at the store, or Momo?
I just ended up with a lot of stuff on my plate at the
Yes.
store. People were extra tuned up this year. We'll just put it that way.
They just tightened up a little.
Just like they're just a
notch.
little tightly wound. And then every time something like that happens, Jeannie's like, "Let me get the owner."
There you go.
Oh,
Can
Patrick!
can I speak to the owner? And I'm like, Patrick.
So, anyways,
That's why I'm okay.
ready. Like
That's
I
why
actually
I'm
got
okay
up this
with-
morning and I was like, 2.5 days. That's it. That's it. I was like, maybe. And then I was like, maybe you could go in for 2 hours Christmas Eve, because I always have that duty. And
Because he's
Jeannie's
the
like,
owner. He's the CEO. I'm only the secretary. And sometimes the treasurer. But usually the secretary.
she doesn't. Well, so then this year,
Apparently the
this
financial
year,
officer too.
this year, she was like, next year, I want to be the CEO and the treasurer, because those are my titles on our list of officers. And I'm like, okay. Then you get to do taxes. You get to sign the taxes.
That's
so
why
if the
I'm the
taxes are wrong,
secretary.
you can go to jail. And she's like,
I like being the
I'm only want to be the secretary.
forever. I always want to be the secretary.
She was like mad. Like, why did you give me the secretary title? And it was like, because that's what you asked for.
Someday I might want CEO on my resume, but then I hear all that goes along with it, and I'm fine just being secretary. I like it.
I think we, every time we do it, we get nailed for like some type of copyright. But I would love to play some Kenny Powers YouTube videos right now. You don't remember I'm the
No.
CEO.
Again, just stop.
Why?
Just stop. Because
Everybody
the ladies
loves
don't,
them some Kenny Powers.
I don't know if the ladies like Kenny Powers, but so
They should.
over the break, we will work on an upgrade class because guess what? Brother has bolts of panels that they use at B2B, which is their back to business. And it's perfect. So I think part of the hard part is finding like just the fabric.
Fabric.
Finding the right fabric so it's printed bolts of fabric. So Michelle was able to hook us up with Cheryl at Brother. She knows people. She's in. And so we'll work on that because then we can really, really show you what you can do with that upgrade too on the Solaris and the Luminaire. And then also we'll have the other panel. So if you want to do upgrade 1, some of you haven't done upgrade 1 yet.
So the scan and cuts are here. We got 7 scan and cuts yesterday.
So we'll be reaching out.
They were on the street when we got here.
They weren't on the street.
They were like in front of the bike UPS store. Unloaded them in front of the bike store because we. I was like,
are those our scan and cuts just sitting there in front of the bike store?
Yes.
Is that their giveaway?
Yeah.
Is that the bike shop giveaway?
So, in any case, I had email for one person who'd bought the scan and cut, but I did not have emails for the others. So we'll be calling the folks in line for the scan and cuts. I think 5 of the 7 should be going home before the holiday, which means I have 2 more. They did let us know they shipped us 8 scan and cut playbooks. So how many do we owe?
We owe 2. Susan Shaw, we have not forgotten about you. And Miss Dawn Aragon, we haven't forgotten about you. So we will fill those in order were placed.
Yeah, so those were part of the items that were destroyed and then lost. But
I know we owe more than that.
So we'll be going through and reaching out to folks. I don't know when exactly we're going to get those, but I'm going to talk to the FedEx and UPS guys today and make sure they have my cell phone number. And while there's probably 1 or 2 days for each of us where we're completely out of pocket over the break, we will be filling orders. So if you're owed product and product arrives while we are closed, we will
I'll be filling your orders. You will not make
sure that that you have the ability to get that stuff, whether it be that you pick it up at our house or we have like a pickup hour or something like that.
Let me do that.
So
I'm sending Zoom right now for that class.
A Janome artistic quilter. What kind of rulers and templates can I use for designs? You just have to let us know if it's a high shank or low shank. You need to actually get an appropriate ruler foot so that the foot does not go above or below your ruler. But we could help you figure that out. The Westerly sets out of So Steady are great. So that is something to keep in mind over the break. I think actually our listed hours online say by appointment as well. So like if we had to schedule an appointment to do something in the shop, it would be great. But quite frankly, we are really looking forward to not being exposed and not dealing with the public for a little bit. It'll be nice to kind of do what we want to do for a handful of days. So, but we will make sure that, if we owe you something, we will get it to you. Do you want me to go ahead and do Technique Tuesday?
Sure.
So Shauna had a request from a customer that had purchased a used Dream Machine to do a video for Applique, and she had asked me to be the one that filmed her doing it. And it was funny because I called it a true drop the mic moment, meaning she like sat down to do this video and did the video, and the video was perfect. She's like, how's that? And I was like, Shauna, if you had a mic, you should just drop it because that was awesome. So that is our Technique Tuesday. I told her at that point that we should do that as a Technique Tuesday. Let me see why we don't have our whole window here. What is going on? So give me 1 sec to figure out why can I not adjust this? Hang on 1 second here, folks. I'm going to see if we can't figure out why this will not allow me to adjust my video screen here. You know, we are going to try this a different way. Let's see. Window capture, add source. Window capture, add source. So why is this? Now it will allow me to do this. So give me just 1 sec to get this window set up correctly for you here. And we will hopefully get this taken care of quickly here. Ah, the joys of computers.
How come it didn't just do it?
You know, I don't know why it wouldn't let me adjust the window size on our other screen there, and even now is being a little strange. So, so here is Shauna explaining how to do applique. She's on the Luminaire too. But this is Shauna explaining the applique process using Scanner in My Design Center or IQ. So there may be slight variations of how this is done, but for the most part, this is how this is done on both My Design Center and IQ, which would be available to you on the Luminaire, the Solaris, the Destiny and Dream Machine, the Altair and Meridian, and even the multi-needles with the cameras. So the Valiant, the Venture, the PR1050 and PR1055.
Oh, hi. Oh, hi there. I'm going to show you today how to create a simple applique from a line design. So first, we have to scan the image. So we're going to go up and we are going to select line design.
So you're already in
IQ
or My Design Center.
Yes.
Okay.
We're going to touch scan. And we selected the line design because this is a solid black and white line. It doesn't have any coloring in it. If we selected image scan, it wouldn't be digitizing anything at all. And if we selected illustration, it would be filling it in with satin stitches, and our goal is to create an applique. So line design and then scan. And okay.
Like, get his information out. Like, what kind of hose? Are you now your magnets? Are those on there in any specific order, or do you have them positioned in that way for any reason?
Let me tell you a secret. I don't even like using the magnets. You don't have to. It's just to secure the artwork to it. I don't recommend putting the magnets close to the artwork because it's going to interfere with your editing process and add additional erasing and lining things up and moving it around. So try to put them as far away from your artwork. I did attach them here because we're by a door, so if the door were to open and a breeze were to come in, it could shift the artwork as it's scanning.
Okay.
Here's my little bird. Now what I'm going to do is take these arrows and crop it in. So I don't want to crop it like this and cut off part of my design because then that little wing would not be digitized. So I'm going to keep my little bird within that red box, but I'm trying to cut out the magnets, and that's why I was saying you should keep them far away as you can from the design. Down here we have our grayscale, so before I start changing it, I'm going to press OK and see what that looks like. I think it looks pretty good. We can change the grayscale and see if it makes any drastic changes. Moving it to the lighter end is going to pull up more of those black features, so you can see the eyeballs a little more filled in. Since we are creating an applique with this, I'm going to set this and immediately save it into memory. We could pause it if you want to get the phone. Okay, so first, after saving it, we want to erase our background image. A lot of people tend to turn this all the way up, and this is not what has been digitized by any means. This is giving you a false vision. So let's turn it all the way down. This is what's been digitized. So after we saved it, we're going to zoom in and we're going to go through the process of erasing all of the external features of this. So we're going to erase the feet. You can grab the eraser, or you can use this selection method of going in and deleting the big chunks. This is what I like to do. It saves a lot of time. And then I'm going to go back in with the eraser later and erase all the little nubs. I'm going to use my select key again. Select and cut. I'm going to select part of his little beak. Cut. Grab my hand. And I do want the wing and the body to be applique, so now I'm going to grab my eraser. I'm starting away from the line and then slowly moving towards it with my finger. You could also use a computer mouse or a stylus for this. I'm not going to worry about that 1 or 2 pixels.
The little dot.
Not going to worry about them. Come back up here. Oop, forgot to grab my eraser. And I'm starting away from the design and then moving towards it. Oops, I went too far. I erased 1 tiny pixel. I'll zoom in so you can see it. Right there. That would break a fill. It's not going to matter too much in this situation since we are creating an applique. But I always like to point that out because that could be devastating. Okay, so let's zoom back out. I'm left with just my bird. I'm going to save this. So I'm going into memory, saving it to the machine. Now I'm going to add a line property to this. So the default is a satin stitch. I'm going to go in and add a single line, and I'm going to make it bright red so I know that this is my placement line. So when I stitch this out in embroidery, it is going to... Oh, I didn't touch my paint bucket. Paint bucket, touch the line. Now it's all red. I know that my placement stitch has been applied to it. So each set of these stitching, we're going to be bringing in 3 different layers. We're going to be bringing in the placement stitch, the tack down stitch, and the satin stitch. That's going to include the eyeball and the beak and the little feet. So placement stitch, I'm not making any changes. I'm going to press set. This is going to bring it into embroidery, so you want to make sure that you've saved it. I save it every time I make a change when I'm at home. Here it is. I'm going to touch add. I'm not doing anything else here except for touching add. I'm going back into IQ or my design center. I'm going to pull this out of the pocket. So my memory to retrieve it is the pocket with the little arrow coming out of it. I'm pulling up my design with just the body of the bird, and I'm going to press OK. I'm leaving it in the same spot. I'm not going to be moving it around. Going back into my line property menu. And since this is going to be the tack down stitch that secures the fabric to my stabilizer, my fabric, I'm going to be selecting the bean stitch, and I'm going to make this a different color. So I'm going to make this blue. Grab my paint bucket for my line property and tap the line. I can see it's all blue. It's a little hard to see probably on camera. I'm going to press next. Leaving everything as is again and pressing set. So you can see I have my placement, I have my tack down, and I only see my tack down because that was what was brought in. I'm going to touch add once more, go into my design center, and this time I'm going to be retrieving the bird itself. Boop, there he is. I'm leaving everything where it is. The only thing I'm going to do is change the color of the satin stitch. Let's make our little bird teal, or maybe we should make it yellow, so more of a contrast with that blue. Touch my paint bucket and touch the line. So you'll notice every line has changed. I'm also going to go into my line property menu and grab an orange. What is orange? Is this orange? I'll grab this yellow. And I'm going to fill in his beak. It's really hard to see. There's his little beak. And I'm gonna leave his eye all chunky. So I'm gonna press next. There are changes you can make to this, but for the sake of time, we're just gonna press set. And there's my little birdie. So I have my placement stitch, my tack down stitch, and then the final encasing and satin stitch, with addition to his little feet, his beak, and his eye for detail stitching. And that's how you create an applique in IQ or my design center. Bye!
And drop the mic. So, I just thought that she did such a great job, that, you know, it was a great opportunity to use it as, gotta call you back, sweetheart. I'll call you back. Bye. That's one of those, why is my kid calling me? There's obviously something wrong. So I just thought she did such a good job that, yes, she is truly a gem. Hey, Jeannie, I need you here. So, that's how you do an applique. Now that is listed on our YouTube site. So when we created that video, we published that video publicly, and we had that on our YouTube page. So for those of you who were indeed interested, this is the second time she's called. There's something going on.
Hey,
that is how you do an applique. So it is on our website, and not on our website, but on our YouTube page. So if you haven't liked our YouTube page, take a moment to do that, because you're going to find stuff like that. Sometimes we get requests for videos. We'll post the video. They're generally clear and concise, just like that one. And, you know, there's a lot of good content on there. So,
do you want to go?
Will it also be on your Facebook page? We have not put it on our Facebook page, just because we've used YouTube for the majority of that. We will, in the next couple of weeks, be making the call about where we're going to be putting our video classes and moving to one of those the virtual classrooms. It's going to make it easier to deal with, you know, posting videos, sharing videos, etc. So with that in mind, hey Jeannie, you want to talk about deal of the day, and I'll go do my thing?
Okay, we got to get going just because we are shorthanded today. Michelle's in a class, Sean is out, Alex is out, Max is out. So I just got these, and they're so cute. But these are the Kimber Stabilizer Snap Bands. And I know a lot of you got bands before. They're just, I mean, sometimes something cuter just comes out. So I'm going to open this up and show them to you, but they're silicone, and they're already, they're silicone coated, so they feel like a little more rubbery. There's 13 of them that come in a pack. It says coated, but they, you know, that like rubber stuff that you know, you cook on and stuff like that. And they already have, it's in there. I don't know how, they're like engraved. So they say all the different things. So your light cutaway, your medium cutaway, your heavy cutaway, your light tearaway. So everything is on here. You don't have to write on them. They'll stay on there. They're nice and thick. I think you can kind of see that. So they come in a pack of 13. So there's 13 different ones. Another great way to organize your stabilizer and keep everything so you know what stabilizer is what. Because, I mean, sometimes it's confusing. Silky soft backing. There we go. Fusible backing. That's going to be for like your shape flex, and they sell those in rolls now too. So it's $24.99 for the set of 13. I only ordered 10 of them because I didn't know if you would love them or not. I love them. And look at the colors. They're just so pretty too. So you could just look over and they'll go, okay, my pink one, that's such and such. And they're on the site for 25% off. If they sell out, they will continue to sell, but I have to order them. So, like I said, they come in a pack of 13, and they're super, super cute. And look, they're the perfect thing to just fit into a stocking, aren't they? That's going to be it. We are done for the day. We will see you tomorrow. Hope I get the rest of your holiday sewing in. I know some of you are finishing up projects down to the wire. So I hope you have a fantastic creative day and you make something incredible. And we will see you tomorrow, hopefully with the whole crew.